Celebration somewhere. And you are absolutely getting your fix here.
Gale Radio with your hosts, Babs and Gale. Coming to you live from Syracuse Studios.
I feel like all we do is just constantly compliment each other on how we look, which is great because it's good to like gas your friends up.
I think that's healthy.
I think it absolutely is because I feel like females naturally, I feel don't do that.
No.
I feel like
a lot of females, like without even, I think, realizing it, tend to be competitive.
Yeah.
Once again, without realizing it. But
I think that when I was going through a period where I didn't feel confident about myself and I would see a girl that, like, whether it was her makeup or an outfit, like, I would never say to her, I love that dress, or, oh, I love how you did your eyeshadow, because I didn't feel good about myself and I didn't. So it's horrible, but then I didn't want anyone else to receive a compliment either. It was very horrible, but thank God I'm past that. And now I feel like whenever I see something, because now I feel good about myself, it's easier to tell another woman, oh my God, that dress is bomb, or, you know, so on and so forth.
now you go by the Long Island Railroad like slogan.
I'm sorry?
If you see something, say something.
I fucking can't right now. No, because have any of you ladies, have you ever like noticed a woman giving you like an up and down? I think that we all have at some point, and you don't know if she's thinking, wow, I like her outfit, or ew, bitch. Like, I don't know. It just comes off
could be
like
both,
rude.
too.
It could be, honestly, just something that my mother and I do. Just kidding around. I think this started when we were watching like a Victoria's Secret fashion show together. She's like, oh my God, I absolutely love how she looks. Look at like her hair, this bitch, you know, because they're obviously, those women look, I don't like to use the word perfect, but they're fucking supermodels.
That's what I gave Alicia. It was her birthday last week, and I gave her a birthday card, and it said,
Happy birthday, Alicia.
Happy birthday, Alicia. We love you. I gave her a birthday card, and it said, each year you get more and more beautiful. And then on the inside, it just said bitch, but it had like roses all over it and stuff. And I actually, like, you know, when you read a card in the store, you actually like chuckle out loud. You're like, that's the card.
Totally.
Like, you know, it's like, because some you're just like, it's like whatever, and you move on. But this one, I actually like chuckled. I was like, I got to get this. And she laughed. That was the first. As soon as she opened, she's like, that's great.
That's fucking awesome.
It was good.
We have, I feel like women have a very like specific language when it comes to like complimenting each other just as friends. I'm sure that I've said it to you at some point, like, wow, you look fucking hot today, bitch. Like,
and
like,
then I
wow,
look at you and go,
wow,
you. Sweet Caroline.
Like, yo, she was going to use that as like a caption or the song of like a photo you're going to post of us in her stories. She's like, nobody's going to understand that if like I put like Sweet Caroline. But so if you ever see her comment that or put up that song, it's just,
if you ever see me,
it's a way of saying damn girl.
Oh, I thought you meant if you see me, just start playing the song.
Oh no, unless we're at a fucking wedding, I never expect to hear that song. Or like a karaoke night.
I was gonna say, I was like, when do we like go to weddings?
Exactly. Well, we went to one last week. Congratulations to my little brother and his new, I want to say newlywed. They are newlyweds. And his new wife, Erica.
Golf clap.
And you know what? They did not play Sweet Caroline because my mother has a bomb playlist.
God.
And somehow Pantera's Walk ended up on it, and I don't remember adding it unless my cousin Skylar just went ahead and...
Alexis told her to put it on.
She did. Okay. Good looking out, Lex.
And then it lasted for 30 seconds, and then someone shut it off and put on Marky Mark.
Yes, my mother. We're sitting there listening to Walk. I'm like, okay, you know what? Like, it's Pantera. Like, you know, not saying that Walk is not my favorite song out of all the Pantera songs, but everybody knows it. I'm sitting there. I'm like, oh, this is fucking awesome. All of a sudden we hear, that's a good vibration. I'm like, are you serious? And out of the room comes my mom. walking away in her.
Yeah, because we were like, oh my God, who put it on? Who put it on? We were waiting for the person to come walking back, and it was your mom.
I was like, wow.
Highlight of the wedding.
Wow.
Just saying.
I'm like,
I mean, the wedding was beautiful and it was a great time, but that was definitely a fucking highlight. I'm sorry.
betrayed by my own mother.
Your face was priceless because I was like, I can't. Even your brother's wedding, Phil ends up on the speakers somehow. It just works out that way. And you're like, oh, it's Phil. Like, you were so surprised. Meanwhile, you said 30 seconds prior that you wanted to hear it. And then it was just like, out of all songs, it wasn't like someone where you could be like, oh my God, like, all right, Phil, move over for just a minute. We need to play this song. This is like a jammy. It was Marky Mark.
Marky fucking Mark. Okay.
Like, we might as well play like the Rick Roll song.
My mother betrayed me that evening. I forgive you. I forgive you, Joy. It's all right.
I think the best part of your brother's wedding was when your mom got up and started rapping.
Rapper's delight. She got up there and she knew every word.
And when we mean every word, like every word from start to finish, like there was points we turned around and like had a sip of our drink or like a mouthful of food and turned back around. She was still going. Every word, like didn't skip a beat. That was beyond impressive.
Beyond impressive. And I mean,
because that song is long and I mean, there's a lot of words in that song. That song is a mouthful.
It definitely is a mouthful. So kudos to you again, Mom, because you surprised everybody, including me, that evening.
Mammy. Shout out to Mammy.
And then at one point, someone put on Lose Yourself. I purposely told someone to put it on because I knew
think it was Alexis once again.
Yes. Kudos, Alexis. And I was up there singing it with my mom. And I feel like someone sent me a video, but I don't know where it went. And I don't know if it was you that did it, but I just want to mention that now and mention to anybody that's watching this that was fucking there.
It's probably next to the Lost episode that we filmed.
I'm so
like
upset.
2 weeks ago.
I'm so fucking upset. My boyfriend was over 3 weeks ago because we've been on a mini hiatus because things got a little crazy busy. And he was over a couple weeks ago. We did a fucking funny as hell episode. I'm not going to give away any spoilers because I think that there was part of that episode was
we had a special guest that night.
A special guest other than Peter Mano. And we're not going to give away who it is because I think what we should do is maybe just release like that. You can make it like a little episode, like a however long it was, just its own thing. And it's going to be great. So, unfortunately,
actually, I could even put it in this episode.
Okay, we can absolutely do that.
Check out our special interview that we had a couple weeks ago. Enjoy, everyone.
We were fucking cracking up, but basically the majority of the episode, like the entire length of us talking about music, and that was lost because things had to be.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm
on
laughing
a hard
at the fact
drive.
I was going to cut it at that point and put the segment in. So I said, enjoy it.
Oh shit. Okay.
That's all right. We're cool.
I'm pausing enough so you can cut it.
No, I wasn't going to cut it yet because that would have been awkward if I paused it there.
Okay. No, just like
we're new to this, guys. We're catching on to pauses and breaks and stuff. Season 2 will be
because we just go with it. It's just us doing our thing and mouthing off about whatever. So, and we just like to have fun with it. So it's a learning experience. We're not professionals. Your eye is mad red again. What's going on? I think you're using something you might be allergic to.
Why is it in one eye?
I don't know. I have no idea. And of course, I don't have my drops. Wait, what did you call my eye drops? You thought it was called something really silly. And I'm like, no.
I don't remember. I'd have to hear the name of it.
It's called Lumify. That's the name of it. And you thought that it said, I don't know, wormy or something. Who knows?
Wormy!
Who knows? It was something like that.
Well, guys, please enjoy the swanky-ass interview that we did last week. Well, Gail did. I stepped out of the room to hang out with Beatrice for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And We'll be back in a moment.
Welcome to Night Ponders with Luna. This is the very first episode, and I am so lucky to introduce to you Miss Luna.
Greetings.
How the fuck do people
Greetings on the moon.
Oh my god.
The moon's crying.
Lucy, are you okay? Are you okay?
I'm fine.
What the hell? I was like, what's going on? Are you like, is it a good cry?
I'm dying laughing right now. So I'm laughing. I'm crying from tears of laughter.
Bro. How did Farley and Spade do it? Okay. Farley and Spade mode.
Are there any? Should we start? Like, are there any questions you have for me? Like, am I made of cheese or not? You know,
Listen,
just typical like moon questions.
something I've always wondered.
Oh my god.
Something I've always wondered is if you're not made out of cheese, what are you made out of? What's inside the moon?
Rocks. Moon rocks.
Bad salts.
Quiet, Galaxy.
Quiet,
Galaxy holder. My Galaxy assistant.
Oh, yeah, your
This is not sponsored by Samsung.
I mean, this was a long way
Like
for
I'm
you
crying.
to come here. This is a long way for you to come here, and for you to bring an assistant too.
Space travels very fast nowadays. This episode is gonna be all laughing. Take a bite of your apple.
Why? Why?
Because we have to ask the Moon series questions. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that are genuinely, curious about what's going
A
on
lot
here.
of people look up to you at night and admire you. Hold on.
I hear a lot of stories from people. You'd be surprised. Some crazy things people tell me at night.
Who do you admire? People look up and admire you all the time. Does all that attention just...
I admire Pluto
You admire Pluto.
because it's so far away, and now they don't even count it as a planet. I feel bad for it, but it doesn't have to be in the spotlight, like me and the unmentionable.
Oh, I'm so sorry. This shirt offends you. I just love Sublime, and I didn't think twice before wearing it today. What's your beef with this song?
The sun just thinks it's so much better than me. It
The
says
sun is not better than you. You
everyone
guys are just
perceives me as this
different.
dark, spooky thing, especially when I'm full. They say like black cats come out and weird things happen, and people go through moon phases and stuff. It's not fair.
Yeah, what makes the sun so special? Because it doesn't fucking change at all. It's like, oh hi, I'm up, I'm here. Here's your fucking morning, and then it disappears
That's what I mean. I'm around all the time.
all the time, ever changing. We got.
I don't see
we
people
got-
looking at the sun and telling the sun their
We got
problems.
eclipses. We got blood moons. We got crescent moons.
Harvest moons, and I listen to everyone's problems. No one's talking to the sun during the day and telling the sun its problems.
Right? In fact, more
When you wish
people-
upon a sun, yeah, okay, and get sunburn. They don't have moon screen.
Yo, this moon,
That's all
let
I
me
have to
tell
say.
you.
They don't have
Yo,
moon screen.
I
The
wouldn't-
moon doesn't burn you.
Yo, I would never expect the moon to be so funny and so
I'm loony.
so funny. She's loony. I would never expect the moon to be so bright and cheery.
I am. I'm still a star.
What keeps your mood up? You have to listen to everybody's thoughts. That has to weigh heavy on you sometimes.
I like the romantic times when I see people like walking through the parks, having picnics. You know, at night. Well, not that people have picnics at night, but taking
Listen,
nice strolls on the beach at
People
night.
that like to have
and looking
sex
up
on
at me.
blankets have picnics at night.
I've seen some crazy things.
I'm sure you have. I don't even want to touch upon your nights hovering over Central Park.
All over the world.
Incredible. You have made so many guest appearances in movies. Think about
I know, and I don't even get credited.
you don't even get credit. They don't say
They don't send me a paycheck. Maybe I want some Gucci sunglasses.
It doesn't say at the very end, "Oh, thank you, Moon, for being part of our movie."
Nope.
No paycheck, no credit.
Nothing.
Silch.
And I could travel. So it's not like I can't go shopping. I could buy mad things.
Clearly.
What if I want a little moon cap? Or some space ice cream? That's my favorite.
Space ice cream.
Like the freeze-dried ice cream?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Yeah, what's your favorite flavor ice cream?
Rocky Road.
Rocky Road.
It reminds me of that John Denver song, Country Road. I like that song.
Have you ever seen Dumb and Dumber? Dumber? When they reference John Denver?
I can't watch movies. Unless they're drive-ins.
Moon, do you want to watch a movie with me?
I do. But it has to be something good.
Mm-hmm. We have to pick some. You know what?
Well, thank you, DreamWorks, for never asking me to be a part of your logo. But I don't know who that little boy is, but I just want to make it clear right now that I didn't consent for him to sit on my lap.
Fuck.
Go fishing on me, because that makes sense.
What's up with that little kid anyway?
I don't know. He's creepy.
Is there a human on Earth that you admire the most?
Neil Armstrong.
Neil Armstrong. That's a fantastic answer. For some reason, I heard rumors that it was Nikki Sixx.
No.
Oh, wow.
He didn't come visit me.
Huh.
I've asked him many times.
Wow.
I've listened to a lot of his problems.
I'm sure you have.
And he hasn't come to visit me. Neil Armstrong came to visit me.
Good for him. Nikki Sixx.
He took a piece of me, but we won't talk about that.
You heard it here first. The moon is officially offended by your absence. That's terrible.
I wish people came to visit me more. But I hear some guy who's like working on like bringing people to the moon more.
Who would you like for them to bring to the moon?
Good people.
Good people? I think your assistant's slacking a little bit here. So I guess he ain't going back home.
He got a space leg.
What is your assistant made out of? Is he a nebula? Is he a star? Is he a Milky Way that follows you?
He's cosmic dust.
Cosmic dust. Wow. Fantastic. And how do you communicate with cosmic dust?
Moon language?
There's a language.
No, I'm just kidding. We use English.
Oh, wow. The moon uses English, and so does its cosmic dust assistant. This is fantastic.
Just because it's easy for cosmic
stuff.
dust to understand. I do understand German and a few other languages.
You understand German? Well, I guess you have to if people are sending you all their thoughts at night.
Well, Rammstein almost blew me out of the sky a couple times, so.
Oh my God.
I got
Are
very
you the
well
reason
aware.
why they can't have those pyrotechnics at their shows in America?
They had to calm down a lot.
Wow. We were very fucking upset
I
about
got hit
that
a couple
over here
times,
in America.
but they could have pushed me into another galaxy.
Wow, but Moon, I completely understand now. I completely understand, Moon. Is there a message that you would like to give anybody out there who is more a fan of the sun?
Keep wearing your sunscreen, and every time you apply it, think of me. Not in a creepy way, but just remember, you don't need mood screen.
You don't need moon screen. Not a fucking drop, because it doesn't exist.
The only thing I bring is high tide. You're welcome, surfers.
Do you identify as a gender?
I do not.
had so many questions to follow that. If the answer was a yes, I'd just spit on the moon. But I guess you don't feel anything. Do you have 5 senses?
Yes. I didn't answer your question. I go back and forth.
To what?
Sometimes I feel like, I don't know, like one gender, and then the next day I feel like another.
So to follow up with that, what's your opinion on Jeffree Star as a human being on this planet?
I think he's a disgrace.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like someone that would hang out with the sun a lot.
Oh, yeah, he does. He does hang out with the sun a lot. Last I heard, he was going to the beach.
Of course, you don't see me there except on nice, like, romantic walks, and I don't know who's going to be doing that with him for a while. He doesn't seem like a very, walk on the beach kind of guy.
He seems like a hide in plain sight kind of guy.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Like the sun.
You just great. Yes. Yes. Like the sun. Moon, I hurt for you, Moon.
You weep for me?
What?
You weep for me?
I weep for you sometimes. At night. I guess I have my own night thoughts.
You know what's really sad?
Do
When
you
it's
hear my
cloudy
night
at night?
thoughts?
Only when you tell me.
Shit. So you know about that thing I did when I was 15 in Florida? Yikes. Sorry, Moon.
We don't have to talk about that.
We don't. We don't. Sorry, Moon. Does the moon have cats?
The moon does have cats. Black cats.
But I'm sorry. Hold on. just dawned on me that he's home.
Should we bring him in as a special guest?
Moon, I'd like to know if you have any special guests that you'd like to bring on that came from your galaxy.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
If Jeffree Star wasn't problematic, I'd bring him on. But that would be like a Jerry Springer episode.
That would be very trashy.
And he gives aliens a bad name.
Very much so.
He is an alien. I will confirm that. But he gives them a bad name. I don't think they like him very much.
Do the aliens from Mars Attacks really exist?
It may be confirmed.
Does that mean Jack Nicholson is president in an alternate universe?
I plead the fifth.
Jesus Christ.
I've heard people use that in drive-through movies.
Jesus Christ.
I've heard people use that in drive-through movies. I plead the fifth.
Okay. I respect you pleading the Fifth Amendment.
What is the Fifth Amendment? I don't even know.
The Fifth. You're pleading the Fifth Amendment. Fifth Amendment is that you do not have to, I'm going to mess this up because I'm terrible. But basically, it just means you don't have to answer it. By pleading the Fifth,
That makes sense.
You don't have to answer. Okay.
I didn't go to school, so.
But you're very smart for someone who never went to school.
Because I see everything.
So you learn much like
visually.
Yeah.
Even though it's hard to hear sometimes because people don't speak that loud. I'm so high up in the sky.
Fuck. Is there something that we can do?
Hence why I like Rammstein. I could hear them.
They play loud enough for the moon to hear. I like that.
9.
Well, is there something that we can do to make you feel more loved than the sun?
Just take care of your planet.
Take care.
Don't worry about me. I'm all right. If the only enemy I have is the sun, and you guys got a whole world down there, just take care of it.
Beautiful. Beautiful closing statement from our moon. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being on our show tonight, Luna. I'm very excited to announce that you're kicking off a podcast. That's fantastic. Tell everyone where they could tune in to your podcast.
You know, the basics, as people say, from what I heard.
The basics.
YouTube, Spotify,
Mhm.
maybe even Instagram.
Mhm.
Maybe I'll start an Instagram page of
I think
moon
that would
pictures.
be a great idea.
You know, selfies of me. It's going to be hard to take the pictures, but maybe I can put on a timer.
Your assistant can take those.
This is true. Cosmic Dust, you down?
Cosmic Dust, you down? Sure. Oh, wow. Oh my god, the Cosmic Dusk really can speak English. That's amazing. Thanks for coming on, Cosmic Dust. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tune in for Luna's podcast,
Night Ponders with Luna.
Night Ponders with Luna. Have a good night. And we're back.
Back in black. I hit the go here.
Listen, the moon there's so many questions to ask the moon. I was really put on the spot, and I wasn't entirely sober, so.
Sober or not, though, I think, the tears.
The tears were real. My God.
And Cosmic Dust.
Yeah, apparently that's Pete's nickname is Cosmic Dust now. That's it.
I keep fidgeting today. I'm like fidget gal here.
Fidget gal?
I'm like playing with my shirt. That's like a nightgown.
It looks super comfortable, but it's like sexy casual because it's like off the shoulder.
That's why I wore it with leggings and boots. Not that anyone sees my pants. I could sit here
No one
with
sees
no
our
pants
feet.
on.
I would love to show my sneakers right now. I have
just do a little back.
I have Yeti feet. No, I just say this about myself. Listen, I'm 5'8", so of course my feet aren't gonna be these little tiny Tinkerbell feet. But what happened was I was ordering these sneakers and they didn't have them in my size, but I was in love with them so much I sized up. So now my feet look even bigger. And oh my goodness, just look at the color.
Yeah, that's freaking sick.
Right? Oh, good. No one could tell because depth perception. But I just loved the color so much. And I'm like, those fucking things are mine. And I sized like a full size up.
Yeah, but you know what? If they're comfortable,
no, they're super comfortable. They don't fall off or anything. I was never a sneaker person. Thanks, Pete. And I don't know. I don't even want to start about the fucking whole debacle with my treadmill because this treadmill's been in my basement for 2 fucking months and still doesn't work. Anyway, but that's what started the whole thing because I wanted a new pair of sneakers because you obviously can't go on those things barefoot or with just socks. And I had like these shitty, like old, I think they were like New Balances and they were like super basic, nothing like crazy about them. And we went to Foot Locker. I got LeBron 18s, and then I just kept looking. And now I have 3 pairs.
I can't.
Of Nikes.
I will say this, though. The last couple times I went to the gym, I feel like it's a new fucking trend that people don't wear shoes. And it's like really asinine because I always see it by the benches and stuff like that where people are like deadlifting and doing squats with like weights and bars and stuff. It's like that can't be safe. God forbid you drop a fucking bar because
I would never, but
9 out of 10 times there's
not
people
sanitary either.
Well, yeah, no.
Well,
we're not even going to go there, but
yeah.
You know how many times I go into the gym and it's like I'm happy they're open again, but people just leave their fucking wipes everywhere? Because like you're supposed to, they have wipe dispensers everywhere and you're supposed to wipe the machine. Well, I wipe it down before I use the machine and after. Common courtesy and, sanitary reasons. So after you use the wipes, you go to what they call a garbage can. And it's a magical little bin and you throw things in it. And it prevents it from being all over the place or somebody else having to clean it up. Because I'm a good person and I see that and I go and pick it up with another wipe. So not only am I using an extra wipe to clean up your mess, but I'm cleaning up your mess.
I understand that you're doing that because ultimately, like, I get why you're doing that, but at the same time, like,
It bothers me because
I
I
don't
want to.
know if I would do that because I would, you know what I mean? Like that is someone else's mess. I understand you're being sanitary about it, but like that's also not like your fucking job either. Like
Well,
why aren't people there like
one of
being
two
more
things
attentive, I
happen.
guess?
One, somebody walks past you and gives you the stink eye when you pick up your wipes because they think that that's one of your wipes too, when it's not. And also on top of it, 9 out of 10 times it's right on the machine, so I have to like touch it to move it anyway.
Oh, that sucks. Guys, clean up your fucking messes. What is this? I'm serious. Like
You would think
that
we
shit
would
skeeves
learn
me
from
out.
something, that happened in the past year. You'd think people would learn. It's like the throwing the masks on the ground too. It falls under that. Like you would think if we learned anything this year, it's to be more sanitary. I
Yeah.
can't tell you how many people like before all this stuff happened, you'd go into like I think I talked about it on here once before. Like you're in an elevator and you see someone like sneeze into their hand or like cough into their hand and then they shake somebody's hand like after it's like
Gross. It's fucking nasty, guys.
if we learned anything this year is to be more sanitary.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of sanitary, I'm wondering how concerts are going to be working this summer.
Hopefully they're working because we got tickets for shipping.
We got tickets for Corn. And we
Shout
are
out to our friends.
so fucking pumped. Shout out to our friends.
Our friends from Corn.
Our friends
I said that to Paul the other day. He had totally like went over his head. I was like, I gotta go see my homies.
Oh my God.
And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, who's playing? Is it someone it's someone we know? I'm like, yeah, Corn. He's like, we don't, what? I'm like, they said my name in the he's like, I can't right now.
Oh, Paul, just play along.
No, he left, but he was just like,
I really like how things lined up as far as Corn being our first show that we're going to after the year that we just had, because my show was going to be Faith No More and Corn that was canceled. Faith No More, come back around, guys. I see you doing fucking festivals. And that was going to be the last show you were going to see as well.
it was the last show I saw at Jones Beach.
Show you saw, but you didn't have tickets for the Barclay show.
No, I didn't. I went to get tickets and something happened. I didn't get tickets for some reason. Oh, that's why, because I got Rammstein tickets.
That's right.
Instead, but I did. That was my last show before quarantine started. Was Corn at Jones Beach.
Mine was Bungle in Brooklyn. What the hell is that venue called?
The Gathering?
Yeah, that's it. No, I don't know why I can't
and
remember.
We both had
Brooklyn
good experience
Steel.
at those shows.
Brooklyn Steel? No?
Yeah.
Maybe?
Probably.
Yeah. So yeah, we both did have really good experiences. But yeah, so that's let's see what else we have to update. Oh, I want to congratulate my friend Lauren for graduating today. I'm so proud. You remember Lauren Gallia from our prior episode about mental health, and she has been working as a marriage and family therapist, and yeah,
and
so now she's
an astronomer.
She's a total astronomer. We're big into astrology and signs.
Well, I was gonna say because she's friends with the moon, but
I'm so glad. I'm so fucking glad right now.
You're an idiot.
Oh my God.
Not you, me, but
no, you're just being silly, and I didn't catch on. Because the first thing I thought of was just because her and I send like astrology memes to each other.
She does post astrology stuff too.
We love astrology stuff.
I didn't even think of that.
So
she's an astrology girl.
So yeah, congratulations to our Gemini friend for graduating, and the world is going to be a much better place with you as a therapist in it. So bless.
We're getting a soundboard next week, by the way, because that little.
Wait, hold on. Is this for real, or this is just like you saying we're gonna, or us saying that we want it?
Did he put it away? I think he put it away.
There's actually a soundboard here.
Yes. So Paul has this little. You definitely know what I'm gonna refer to it because it was over there before, but he moved it, so I don't want to like search for it. You know the thing Kanye has in that video.
What?
It's literally like a small Oh, what the fuck is the name of the video?
Not the one with the ballerinas.
No, but it was part of that movie.
Oh my god.
That he did
Why
for that album. And it was the video of him in the house.
Kanye fans, help us out. What the fuck?
I'm not gonna play it because
Yeah, look it up.
sound,
Look it
but I'm gonna look it up. But yeah, it's pretty much like
Kanye.
it looks like a small keyboard, like a half-size keyboard, and it has the little buttons on the top so you could like record. Runaway, of course, it's the first thing that comes up, but not the song.
Right, that's the one I was thinking of.
That's the video, like that's the movie, but it's in that.
Well, regardless, that makes me very happy that we have a soundboard because this is something that we've been talking about literally since day one. We're like, okay, eventually this is something that we want to, it's going to be useful in the show and funny. Any Beetlejuice fans out there, by the way? You know, I don't normally fall into Instagram ads when it comes to products, but this, I forgot the name of the site already, but
Not to cut you off.
Ow,
It's like
ow,
this.
ow.
What'd you do?
Mascara lash. But anyway, Instagram ad, and I saw this and I had to fucking get it because look at that shit.
Cause whoa.
Sandworms.
It's like that. It doesn't look like it doesn't have all these on the side, but it's like a half-size keyboard and then those little squares. So remember when he's playing it and he's doing like the bits. So we could
Nice.
take sounds and upload it to that little board, and it's literally like 6 squares like that, and then it's keys. So we could just literally sit there and be like wham wham and like
All right,
play the
cool.
noises like a keyboard.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I can't wait to use this.
I said to Paul today,
That's
I was like,
exciting.
I walked in and I saw it and I was like, like, because I'm an idiot like that. And there, I like made the sounds because it wasn't.
Oh, you
there.
made the sounds.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
there
So we
was-
already have a pre-made soundboard that I have not
Oh no.
experienced yet.
I mean, like, I walked in and did that sound because it wasn't turned on. It was just on the table. So I started playing it and I was like,
God, bro. What in the fuck?
that's me right now. So I was like,
her right now.
wait a second, we could do like
Wait.
sound bits on this? He's like, yeah. I'm like, well, bro, why didn't you tell me this? I've wanted sound effects for like the past like week. Because something like your brother's wedding, Lauren's graduation, we could have like a little cheering sound bit
Yeah.
with like clapping and people like, meh, and we could just press it when
Aw.
we,
I would love that.
or if we say something about Phil, we could have literally the sound bit of Phil going, it's Phil. Like, we could do shit like that. That's why I want to do this.
Of course, that
Real
makes me
good.
happy. Anything about that man makes me happy. I have to say, just I guess on the subject of tying in corn with Phil, we were just talking before.
No one was talking about Phil.
Literally, you just said it's Phil, so like, there's my cue. And
There's my
no, we were watching the cover that Korn did for Allison Change's song "Wood." Right? It was Wood, right?
Not to be confused with like lumber.
Yeah, Wood. Question mark.
I have like mad dad jokes today.
Wood.
I gotta stop.
I feel that bands so often, whenever they try and fucking cover an Alice song, they want to sound like Lane. And I feel that John is the only person that, or just Korn in general, they don't try and sound like Alice in Chains.
No.
And John does not try and sound like Lane. They just do their thing. They do their thing. And I remember that Phil performed with Alice in Chains and sang the vocals for that song. It was just,
It was Phil.
You know what it was?
It was a Phil spin.
It was a Phil spin on it, and I liked what they did. I know that that show was specifically, it was for Diamond and Lane, you know. So
I respected it.
yeah, me too. But I have to say that just out of all the covers I've ever heard, Korn just fucking nailed it as usual.
They're really good with their covers.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they do one, Another Brick in
They
the
are.
Wall is like probably one of my favorite songs live that they do. I mean, granted, their songs are amazing, but when they do Another Brick in the Wall, like,
Oh yeah. Yo, so what's up with the fucking okay, so the CDC thing you were just saying before, that vaccinated people don't need to wear masks. I'm wondering if this
they're saying
did this reach Disney World yet?
mandatory.
Did
You
this
know,
reach Disney yet? Because I really want to fucking go to Disney.
Disney's being weird. From what I've heard, I've been obviously, you know, I've been listening to Frenemies, Trisha Paytas and Ethan Klein's podcast, and for Trisha's birthday last week, they actually went to Disney for like a day trip and did like a vlog.
Yeah.
And they were talking about it on Frenemies like a couple days later, and Ethan was like, you know, it's weird. Like they had like a tour guide, like it was spaced apart. They didn't have like certain restaurants. They didn't have as many like things on the menu and stuff. Like
Oh.
it took longer for things. I'm sure they're wiping stuff down in between rides.
I was just gonna say because between, you know, like if you're waiting on a line for something, that's already. I mean, well, there's nothing new that came out.
Well, they had a tour guide,
so,
and the tour guide was like was trying to like walk ahead of them because they had to be 6 feet apart, and every time they weren't, they thought that the tour guide was walking fast, so they were trying to like catch up with the tour guide, but they had to be 6 feet apart. So whenever they weren't 6 feet apart, the tour guide was getting looks, like dirty looks from characters and other tour guides.
Oh, that's so shitty. Ugh, this. I really was hoping to go at the end of the year. I wanted to go and visit my aunt down there, stay with her, and just do like one day at Magic Kingdom. I don't need the whole ass experience right
it.
now. Like I feel like why not?
I feel like one place,
I
like
just wanna.
it's one thing.
I just don't want to be limited.
Not
I
only
don't
that,
wanna
but
be
they're
super
in
limited.
California, so it could be different. Florida might be different. But I mean,
Oh, you're talking about Disneyland. Okay,
yeah, sorry.
maybe. No, maybe. Yo, let me try that coffee. You know what? She has Fruity Pebbles creamer. This shit's delicious.
The Cocoa Pebbles one is good too, but you know me, I like the fruitier stuff better. The Cocoa Pebbles one is like cocoa. See, it's like watered down now.
Oh, I don't even care. That still tastes delicious to me. Watered down or not. I know. I'm just like eyeing it from over here. I'm like, maybe I should have had some.
It's good. And thank you, TikTok, for the suggestion. I don't know if it's called Stoke or Stock Coffee. I think it's Stoke. I don't know. It's STOK. Stock.
It
But it's
I was
unsweetened
thinking-
unsweetened cold brew. And it's 15 calories for a 12-ounce cup, which is pretty much that. It's not even 12 ounces because there's freaking ice in there. 15 calories. I think it was like 3 carbs and no sugar. I mean, granted, the Fruity Pebbles creamer doesn't help it, but I didn't put a lot. I used to make my coffee like really fucking light.
TikTok can be super fucking helpful for things that you're just like, wow, didn't know I needed to know that, and here I am.
My sister was looking for lunch ideas, like lunchbox ideas for Athena, and she was trying to figure out like different ideas and stuff. She's like, I want to make like cutesy looking stuff. I was like, you don't know what you just did. I said, Ashley and I were sitting there, Kai, sorry. We were sitting there, and all of a sudden we were like, it's like a rabbit hole. You just like type in lunchbox ideas to TikTok, and it's like, I mean, the shit that these people do, but it's incredible. My parents wouldn't do a fucking bento box style lunch for me.
For real.
Cucumber sushi cream cheese rolls with like a little thing of rice, but they took like rice and put it in the fridge so it got like a little like hard, and then they took like cookie cutters and made like little shapes.
Yo, you know what I got when I went to school?
$5.
$5.
Actually, no, I would get like $3.50 because school lunch was like $2.25. So
okay. In like grade school, I went unfortunately to Catholic school.
Same.
But they did have a thing where like once a week they would have McDonald's.
See, we had
and like one day they have pizza, the another day they have pasta. Like
That's what we did. We had Monday. I was just talking to Mary about this the other day. I want to say Mondays was definitely bagels. We had bagels for lunch. You could either get it wasn't like a lot of choices either. It was like poppy seed, plain, and sesame. I think it was like those three choices. Cream cheese or butter. And Tuesday, I believe, was hot dog day, which they got like the good Boar's Head hot dogs. So they were like,
Wasn't no like little shitty Frank.
yeah, no, they you'd walk into that cafeteria and it just smelled so fucking good down there. Wednesday, I think we did I think we had Taco Bell on Wednesday, but it was literally a choice between a hard taco and a soft taco.
Yeah. Yeah,
And,
at one point, me too. There wasn't a lot of choices. And I think they had like maybe the nachos and like the little bag with the cheese. To dip.
Like that's it.
Basic stuff.
Thursday, I don't remember what we did on Thursdays.
The fact that you even remember any of the days that correlate with this food.
That's what I mean. Tuesday and Thursday, I think I might have messed up, but I don't remember. I know Monday and like Wednesday were definitely that. And then Friday we had pizza. But like we didn't get it all the time, you know. And I think pizza was just the first Friday of every month. I don't think it was like every Friday. But I know we had bagels all the time and shit.
Nice. Oh, I passed my second class with an A. We need a soundboard. Hooray! And now I am currently in my third term, and I'm taking perspectives in. I'm going to butcher this title because it's a long one, but basically just perspectives in social sciences. So I think like my first assignment was like questions you would ask a psychologist, and then like questions you would ask a sociologist. I don't know why I just butchered that. An anthropologist. And I don't know. It's I don't know. I feel like as time's going on, the shit's getting more challenging. I'm just like, so I guess I kind of like took, I don't know. That's just another part of what made it crazy the past like 2 weeks. I don't know. I feel like whenever I don't know. Do you get that? Like when you start something new, even though like you're confident and you're motivated, you're like, I'm gonna fail, or is that just me?
No, I get like that too.
Like,
not that I've done anything in a while, but
what are you talking about? I don't mean to do anything. It doesn't have to be school, but just like your mindset though. If you're about to start something new, even if it's you have your makeup out in front of you and it's like maybe like not challenging colors. What's the thing I'm thinking of?
like me today.
Like a blue palette or something, and you're just like, okay, no, I'm gonna fucking do this and it's gonna come out great. But
that was me with my wing today. I get nervous with wings.
Sometimes the listen, I've been doing when I was in high school, I woke up every fucking morning like a psychopath at 6 a.m. just so I could practice my wings and get them on perfect before going to school. And even to this day, sometimes I'm like, oh, like I fucked up a little bit. And it's something that every time you go to do it,
I haven't seen you fuck up a wing in a while. I mean, I'm sure it happens. I mean,
it happens.
We all make mistakes, but
no, but I have to. Okay, something that really ended up helping, because you know when sometimes, ladies, when you're drawing your wing on and you're like, fuck, I extended too far. Oh, it looks like a little bit like fatter in one area or up higher here. House Laboratories came out with a precision, super thin version of their eyeliner, liquid eyeliner. And this thing is fucking perfect for like if you need to just put a super thin line to like make something look more even. That's all I use it for. Sometimes I'll trace the wing with that and I'll fill it in with the fatter pen. It's one of the best products out there. Not sponsored. I just love Gaga.
Imagine if we were sponsored.
I would love if we were sponsored by House Labs. Holy shit.
I wouldn't be wearing a t-shirt right now.
I'd be wearing like a fucking studded collar, fucking the shit that she wears. That's another thing that I wonder if she's ever going to tour for Chromatica, because she released the album during the pandemic. She already pushed it.
Has she talked about anything or like hinting at anything?
There is supposed to be a remix album coming out, which that's really not my thing. It's really not. I've never been big into like remixes.
Stop. You don't remember like people doing that back in the day?
Okay, the best remix that has ever lived is Britney Spears' "You Drive Me Crazy." One of the best.
But remember when bands used to do that shit? They'd release a single and it was like 3 remixes. I kind of miss that.
But a whole ass album when you haven't even toured the original thing. Listen,
In
I'm
her
sure
defense, it's not like we have to go out and buy it anymore.
Okay, true. I just
It's not like
I just
imagine
wish she
back in
was
the
touring
day,
it.
like we
That's
were.
all.
Imagine if we were like really obsessed with her, like if we were
Mm.
younger and like we still had to do that, go out and buy CDs. You know, we would be buying it, and then we'd be like,
Absolutely.
"Meh." But at least we could listen to it on Spotify, and it's like, oh, it's cool, it's cool. If it's not cool, on to the next recommended CD.
That's true, and I'm not saying like remix albums are bad albums. It's just not
Not your thing.
it's
I
not
get
my
it.
thing.
You know who had a good remix album?
Who?
Him.
Who?
Vita. Dead Lovers Lane.
Villa Val is just someone I tease her about because I like their music, but I was so miserable at that concert. Like, what was wrong with me?
Look at the circumstances.
What was wrong with me?
It was
that
the
day?
first week of December. It was literally like 12 degrees outside. Like, no joke. We had to stand outside the PlayStation Theater. We thought we were like do right by how we do all of our other concerts and get there early. So we got there early and it was fucking freezing. And we had to use the bathroom. And every time we had to use the bathroom, there was nobody on that block, shockingly enough, a block off of Broadway. Excuse me. And not one business had a bathroom. So I don't know if you remember. We had, yes, but it was the first week in December. And we had to walk across fucking 42nd Street and like Broadway. Well, 42nd Street is Broadway. Regardless, we had to walk through Times Square
with all the Christmas shoppers
to go
up
into what
Toys R
store?
Us.
Toys R Us, to fucking go to the 3rd floor to use the bathroom. And of course, the elevator was getting packed out like in 2 seconds because there were so many people in the store that half the time we had to go up 3 flights of stairs and then come down.
It was definitely, I don't know, like how I said,
and it was
I'm
so
sitting here
cold,
saying
too.
what's wrong with me that day, but
there was people outside with comforters. I remember somebody bought a comforter at like one of those like wholesale places that was down the block. Like wrapped their friends in the comforter because it was that freezing outside.
I think that just by the time I got in there, I was just so irritated from how we had to spend that afternoon into the evening.
Dude,
I was just like
4 o'clock and we didn't get it until like 7. It was like 2-3 hours.
Yeah, and which honestly, that's not the longest that we waited outside of places.
No, but given the circumstances,
it definitely was not the best. But
and they kept pushing it off. Like I remember they were being dicks that night. Remember they said we weren't allowed to bring Sharpies inside.
I don't remember that actually.
No Sharpies allowed. And they did that when I saw Black Label Society there too.
Those bastards, and
because they said it
signs
was like,
everything.
I was like, really? What if you meet the person?
Yeah.
And they don't have something to sign on them? What the fuck?
I'd pull out my eyeliner or something. I'd make something happen.
You just have to have a Sharpie on you at all times. So you could get signatures and then possibly maybe get them tattooed later on.
Did he actually sign that specific spot, or was it he did? Okay.
Because he laughed and I said, could you sign my wrist? And he said, where? Under Love or Hate? I was like, stop right now. I literally said that. I was like, stop right now.
But was that not when he was with Motley Crue, when he was with...
That was the signing we went to. That was from that. When we met him,
he did it that night for the...
Because I wanted to spend an extra like 30 seconds up there.
What's the other... I don't know why I can't remember his other band right now that I love.
6 a.m.
6 a.m. For some reason, I thought that... Because it
was
what
the
is in my head
release for that and the book.
She had met them outside or like watched them even play outside their tour bus, and for some reason I don't know why I thought that's where you got the signature.
No, I didn't even meet him that night.
Allergies.
That was the show where Paul and I were standing outside and he was smoking the cigarette, and that creepy guy ran up to him and was like, "Oh yeah, I saw you in the city with your wife." And then that's when he yelled at the guy for catching a blowjob from the groupie.
Oh,
in the trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was that night.
Oh Lord.
He freaking came out after with the band and they did a pop-up of like 3 songs acoustically in the parking lot. It was sick. No, this is from when I met him at Borders.
That
So
was
I had
so
this.
cool to witness. I wish that I would have. Why? I don't know why I didn't.
Wow, now that I think about it, this
Get
tattoo is 10
get
years
the
old
book.
because it was 2011 and it was
Yeah.
May of 2011.
I don't know why I didn't get a book and like get a signature. Like what was my deal? Was I broke as hell then or something that I didn't?
Maybe, but I remember the reason why I didn't get the book that night was because I got it the first week it like came out, because it came out in like March or April. It might have been
No,
in
I
April.
remember you had like brought it with you.
And they wouldn't let me sign it because I got it from Barnes and Noble and the signing was at Borders. I needed to have proof, even if I didn't buy it at the event, I needed to have proof that I bought that book from Borders in order for him to sign it.
Oh.
So because I got it at Barnes and Noble, I couldn't bring the book. So they had the CD for sale too. And they said, yeah, you could buy the CD and he could sign the CD instead. So that's what he did.
Cool. You know,
and the CD was $12. The book was $40. I was like, I'll buy the CD. And it's like one of my favorite CDs now. So it worked out.
Speaking of tattoos, this past Mother's Day, I hope everyone enjoyed and celebrated their mothers on Mother's Day in their own special way.
Mother's Angel.
Mother's Angel. I went to a tattoo parlor with my aunt and my mother. And we brought, we found a couple of different things. My mother and her sister wanted my grandmother's signature. She always used to sign her cards, Love and Blessing, Mom, with like 1X at the bottom. So we had like a couple of like old cards saved and we picked like which one we thought was like the prettiest. I mean, my grandmother had beautiful handwriting, but there's always a favorite when you have a few different examples in front of you. So they both got it like here on like opposite arms. And it came out great. So that was really cool. And then I got her sushi because she loves it and I benefited from that too because I got to eat some sushi.
Did you get some miso?
Hell yeah, I got some miso sushi.
Speaking of miso, not really speaking of
Oh,
miso.
more updates.
More updates. There's another little family member at my sister's house. Welcome, Misha.
Meow.
She is the cutest little meow.
She is
not
so
ever
cute.
because obviously I'm impartial.
Right, you can't say that.
Oh my god, she's so cute.
I want to meet her.
She's 1.5 pounds.
Oh god.
Paul went to pet her and she was looking up at him and she was like, me, like looking at him and he was like, does she like me? I'm like, she's probably scared of you. Granted, your palm is the size of her body.
Oh my god.
Literally, like not even joking. I put her in my Instagram stories. Oh my gosh, she's just so sweet. And she's such a baby, so all she wants to do is cuddle.
What does Misa mean again? You told me.
From Death Note.
It's from Death Note.
One of the characters in Death Note.
You know, I never watched that.
You should. It's excellent.
I heard very mixed reviews about Death Note, but I
don't watch the movie, watch the show.
Oh, okay. I heard mixed reviews about
like you could watch the movie. To be completely honest, I thought it was like I thought it was decent. Like I wasn't offended by it.
Where can I watch this?
The show, I feel like it was on Netflix, and I don't know if it still is, but I feel like it could be, and still is, especially since my sister and Lay just watched it like within a couple months ago. I think it's still on Netflix.
All right, cool. I started watching 2 new shows as well.
I will look for you right now.
Thank you. I've started watching 2 different shows. They are on like network TV, but they're both on Hulu. So that's where I catch up because no commercials. So I am a big fan of Pretty Little Liars. I was absolutely fucking obsessed with that show. I got to go and like visit the sets in the Warner Brothers lot. It was amazing. And
Netflix.
Nice. And
Hulu too, I think it says.
All right, cool. I'll look on both. So there's a show that came out that Jessica Biel produced called Cruel Summer. And I kept seeing commercials for this. And then I went on Hulu and it's like based off your recommendations of, you liked Pretty Little Liars, and then that show came up. I'm like, fine, whatever. Like, I'll give it a shot.
I have to say they're pretty spot on with their recommendations.
Oh,
Hulu.
they are, because I'm fucking hooked, and now so is my mother. And my mom suggested something to me. We're both really into like mysteries and like serial killer shit. Why did I say that? Serial killer shit. And there is a show called Big Sky, and it's on channel 7, I think. But I don't know. I was catching up. I binged everything that's available on Hulu. Who am I fucking kidding? Everything that is available. And I think there's only like one episode left to air, and then that's it. But what drew me to that was I saw Ryan Phillippe in like the poster. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll watch this. Yeah, he's like not even a main character. He's not even a main fucking character, so whatever. But Catherine Winnick is in it, who I believe is in Vikings. She kind of looks like Marjorie from Game of Thrones, like Natalie Dormer. She kind of has. No, you don't. Do you not watch Vikings?
I do watch Vikings, but I'm trying to think of.
She's.
I don't know the actress's names.
I don't know what she looks like on Vikings, but like she's on the show. I'm on Big Sky. She's like blonde, blue eyes. She looks like Natalie Dormer.
Oh, okay. I think blonde, blue eyes. I just was like, I think I know, and then I'm like, well, it's a very Vikings. That's like majority of the.
I was just gonna say, yeah, that's a very vague description. But anyway, look her up because she's a really, really good actress.
I probably like her. I liked everybody on Vikings. No one really I mean,
I brought this up.
There was like one person that was like a jerk face idiot, and anybody who watches Vikings, you know who I'm talking about.
Well, I brought this up because once I saw she was in Vikings, I'm like, it almost gives me a further push then to now, start that show. A lot of people watch that, and you tell me it's good. So
Brother Skarsgård.
Shout
out to Gustav Skarsgård. We are we stand the Skarsgård family here.
We really, really do. I wasn't even completely on board with Alexander, like in the way where like not that I didn't like I disliked him or anything, but it wasn't until I saw True Blood that I was like, oh, I see what everyone is making a fuss about. Gale.
He was good in the live action Tarzan too.
He's a fucking man, Gale.
Man,
let me fucking tell you.
But what about Valter?
He's like a little cute.
Stop, we were in that group, Bad Bitches for Valter.
Yo, these girls fucking added Lucy and myself to this chat. I don't know if
Not only that, there was a page too, remember? And we got ranked on the page.
We got ranked on the fucking page. Bad Bitches for Valter.
We made it through like 7 rounds.
I know, we really did, and I'm just like, I don't know.
It was that were there.
It was funny because to us, it's like we're not taking it seriously, but it was probably like a bunch of teenagers, just like.
It definitely was.
Yeah, but I didn't give a shit.
And it was girls that like would look good with Valter Skarsgård.
Yeah,
and we were in that group. Apparently,
we were in that group, but we know who King Skarsgård is. And that would be a Bill.
A Billiam.
Billiam. Is he doing anything else?
It's hard to tell because I don't think he runs his social media.
No. Unfortunately, he doesn't have one. Alex doesn't either because I looked.
Yeah, he does. I follow him.
Are you sure? You gotta send me that shit, Gail, because apparently I'm not searching correctly.
Because he's
for
hidden.
Mr. Eric Northman.
He's hidden. I found him through Valter's Instagram.
Really?
He's not. You don't have to request him, but I don't think he's verified because the pictures that he posts are very like abstract and so it's not really like he posts like a couple.
Doesn't use it for like personal stuff. You mean?
Yeah. Well, it's personal to the point where like there's no like cross promo, if that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm awaiting Miguel. Oh. Okay. I'll tell you what prompted my Instagram handle name change. So I was looking.
We're back on this.
No. We're back on it because I just want to inform people. I don't know who's into.
That's why. Rex Danger.
Wow.
But look, see, it's like great night on the town with my triplets. It's like they're very
Low
vague.
key. Yo,
Sunday night jam
send me
session.
that shit. Por favor.
His dog, him like traveling. And I mean, he'll do some like promo stuff, but it's just very
Danny McBride. Oh, I fucking love Danny McBride.
random shit. But yeah, look, he's not even verified.
Do you enjoy
And look, followed by all these people. Walter, Alex.
There you go.
There is an Alex Skarsgård world page, it's called. But I think that's just like a fan base page. You could tell this is like his actual personal page.
Do you enjoy comics in any capacity?
Yes.
I found an app called Webtoons where you can read digital comics that aren't. It's not like well, actually, I haven't looked into it too much, so I shouldn't really say, oh, they don't have stuff like Batman or whatever, because I didn't look. But I started reading. Apparently, this comic has been out for years, and it's called Lore Olympus. And I just started, and my friend Megan and I, when we were younger, we were obsessed with everything Greek and gods and goddesses, and she used to like tell me a shit ton of stories. I was really into it. And I saw this artwork pop up on Instagram. I'm like, who's doing this? And it led me to Webtoons. And this user, basically, she puts out like a new like short comic like every week, and the drawings are like incredible, and it's all like about like the gods and goddesses, like her own interpretation. She modernizes it. It's really cool.
That's
so
sick.
If anybody's into just comics or just
Greek mythology
at all, it's really cute. It's called Lore Olympus, and that's what I've been doing in my downtime at work.
I've been binge watching 90 Day Fiancé. I mean,
oh my. I mean, how do you like say 90 Day Fiancé without thinking of
Big Ed?
Yep. How?
He was on last season. Was he on last season? I forget what season he was on. I think it was last season. I think it was 7. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I watched 8.
I feel like that's a show I would genuinely like get entertainment out of, and I don't know why I haven't watched it.
You have to. It's on. Do you have Discovery Plus?
Yeah.
It's on Discovery Plus. They have 8 seasons.
Oh my god.
Some people are easier
Wow.
to tolerate than others. Some of them are just so like.
So it's new couples
so
every
annoying.
season.
For the most part, yeah.
Okay.
They have other shows too. Like they have one. It's called Before the 90 Days. Where it's like the person that's in America going to visit their significant other that lives outside the U.S.
Jesus.
These people spent a lot of money for love. And I get it. Like, if you love somebody, you're going to, travel all over the world for them. I get it. But, personally, I haven't experienced that. But, I mean, some of these love stories you could tell are just, like, really, like, genuine, But, like, that entails going back and forth, like, visiting this person, like, a few times. Because if they come to visit, they have to get, like, a K-1 visa and stuff like that. It's like a whole ordeal. So before the 90 days is, because what happens is once they get the K-1 visa, they come to the United States and they have 90 days on the K-1 visa to get married. And if they're not married within the 90 days, then they have to go back to their country. So that's what it pretty much is. They literally are like in a relationship talking for however long, because sometimes the K-1 visa process like takes years for like people to get approved. So some of these people are like talking for like years, texting, video chatting back and forth. Like
how much
visits.
of this do you think is scripted? Genuine question.
Oh, I don't know. Because honestly, these people are so fucking. Some of them are together. Like, I follow a lot of them, and it's funny because a lot of people we went to high school with follows these people too, and I can tell who watches it.
I see.
I don't mean to call you out, Mr. Mio, but every fucking person from 90 Day Fiance I follow, it says that you are following them.
Oh no!
So I would like to have a conversation with you about who you like on 90 Day Fiance, Jeff, and who you don't like.
Jeffrey.
It's you start watching it and you can. It's like you just can't help it. You got to watch it.
Jeffrey's my Aquarian buddy. We're like 9 days apart from our birthdays.
So then you would like 90 Day Fiance too.
Clearly.
Some couples I really like, and they're like, actually, like, you're like, oh my God, I'm like rooting for them and stuff, you know. But then there's just some people that you're just like anybody who watches the show this season, Stephanie, I wanted to rip my hair out. So this woman is like in her 50s. She lives in Grand Rapids, Michigan. She has like a skincare line. It's like literally like Botox and like weight loss injections. And she has a boyfriend named Harris from Belize. I mean, he's cute, you know. But he's like in his 20s, and she's like going back and forth to like visit him because she's got stupid fucking money because she owns this business. So she buys him literally like, I don't know, $20,000 in clothes and like a $3,000 watch. But the way she talks to him, it's like she talks to him like a child. It's like the weirdest thing. And fucking she's saying in the like before she goes over there, she's like talking to her friend who's her spiritual advisor, and she's like, the girl Melanie sitting there, and she's like, you know, I don't know, I'm picking up like bad vibes from, oh no, his name, so the guy's name is Ryan. The guy's name is Ryan that lives in Belize.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a reason why I said Harris. We'll get to that in a second. So long story short, the spiritual advisor's like, oh, I'm getting bad energy from Ryan. Oh, my butt. She's like, I don't know why. Like, something doesn't seem right. And the lady, Stephanie's sitting there, and she's like, oh, well, I don't think you're getting bad vibes from him. I think it's from me. And it's because last time I was there and Ryan and I got into a fight and he left. I called his cousin Harris to come over because we're good friends and we slept together.
All right. Great.
Long story short, she goes to Belize to see him, and she's like, the whole time she's being interviewed this season, it took place during coronavirus. So they show like February, March, April. They took a break from filming and then came back, you know, in like middle May or June or something like that. And she's like, I just want to go to Belize, and I can't go to Belize to see Ryan because they keep closing the borders due to this coronavirus, and I just want to go see my Ryan. She gets there, 2 days she's there. Meanwhile, she was supposed to be there for like a week. She's there 2 days. She gets into a fight with him. He leaves and they break up.
Wow.
So what do you think she does? I'll give you $1 if you could guess.
She goes and fucks the other guy again.
Not only does she fuck him, but she's sitting there and she's like, Ryan, like, she keeps saying, she's like, I am such a positive person, and, you know, blah, 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 blah. Fuck off and die. That's all she keeps saying to this guy and texting him.
In my opinion, if you have to keep saying you're a positive person, you're not a fucking positive person.
Especially in the same breath if you tell someone to fuck off and die. Like, I can't right now. But irregardless,
Okay,
so
girl.
now she's like, I'm going to cancel the K1 visa for Ryan because there's no way I'm having him come over. He's a piece of shit, blah, blah. That's what it was. They got into a fight because they went to have sex, and she told him to wear a condom because they hadn't seen each other in 10 months, and he didn't put a condom on. And it was like they were sleeping together, and she was like, it's kind of dry. We should get some lube. You know, maybe it's the condom. He's like, oh, I'm not wearing a condom. So she kicked him out of the fucking hotel room, and they broke up. So she called Harris, and Harris was like, I just want to show her how a real man should treat her. I was like,
and that's the whole season.
He's still living with his baby mama, and he tells her, he's like, we both moved on, you know, like, we're just, you know, waiting to like move out, you know, in like separate places and stuff, you know, but we're still friends.
Got news for you. They never do, ladies.
Not only that, she
If they're
fucking
still living with them, they're not leaving.
this dumbass gives him all the clothes that she was gonna give to Ryan. Literally all the stuff because she told Ryan to leave all the stuff that she bought him. So she gives it to the cousin and plus the $3,000 watch. And she goes, here, take some money for snacks and gives him $100 bill. And like, see, like not for snacks. It's like he's a child. Like,
How old
and not
is
only
he?
that,
How old is he?
in his 20s too.
All right, no, there you go. So she's sugar mama level. That's her mindset.
But like, that's to me, like as a guy, like that would just like creep me out. Like it's one thing to be your girlfriend
I don't
and like
know.
get like
I feel like someone's handing him money. Was he going to really say no?
oh, of course
You
not.
know
but
what
he
I
looked
mean?
and he was like, for snacks, like he's like, you don't know how far like $100 could go. The next fucking scene, he's like, bye baby, I love you. She's like, oh, think about coming to the United States. I think I want you to apply for the K1 visa.
So she just fucking wants anybody. Yo, you know what dating shows were just like the golden fucking age was all the MTV shows. All the MTV shows like the Bret Michaels and Flavor Flav. Even the Charm School, which wasn't even a dating show, I enjoyed that. All except, then do you remember what happened with Megan Hauserman? She started her own show and then one of the guys was like a fucking convicted like serial killer or some shit.
He killed his
Oh my,
the girl he was dating
That's
at the time and his
crazy.
ex-girlfriend, and like they didn't know or something like that.
do you remember what the name of her show was offhand? Because I do not.
I don't remember.
I
I just
would love
remember
to
her shit
rewatch.
talking Ozzy and Sharon throwing the drink in her face.
Good. Sorry, but she was a fucking brat.
That was great.
She's a fucking brat.
She was
I'm
like,
glad.
she said, Sharon said something about like how she was dressed because she just looked like just mad like sloppy. And Sharon said something about like how she was like dressed or something like that. And she was like, whatever, your husband's a fucking has-been or something like that.
Disrespectful little
And
bitch.
Sharon was just like, and had like a glass. I think it was like a Bloody Mary or something because it was
Does
red
something
and
matter.
fucking threw it right in her little face.
That was so satisfying. Regardless, she doesn't deserve to be targeted by a serial killer.
Oh,
Not
yeah.
well, I don't
no.
know if I should say targeted. I'll negate that.
Probably.
But honestly, if a guy has that kind of history and has done those kinds of crimes and he's going on a fucking dating show,
He probably killed
Like,
not that I should laugh, but he probably killed his girlfriend just to go on the dating show. I don't know how to break up with this girl. I'm just gonna kill her, and then like Paul would do that if Rosie Perez had a fucking dating show.
he loves Rosie.
He loves Rosie Perez.
I love Rosie
He'd be
too.
like, Goosey, I could just throw you in the woods, and
She's fucking amazing. She was in Birds of Prey. She played a great part.
He liked
Very
her.
funny
He liked
part.
her back in the day, though.
Oh well, yeah,
I
of
don't
course.
wanna-
But
He'd
no,
get
no,
mad
it
if
was
he heard
just-
this. He'd be like, I like what she looks like when she was in like the movies back in the day in the 90s.
Okay, so women. Well, no, I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna target Paul, but this is a very interesting topic because I feel like women. Why do we value youth? Why do women value that? I don't think
she looks bad.
No, I don't think she looks bad either. I just mean speaking in general, like because men value it and so we don't feel valuable if we don't have it anymore?
Maybe.
Like who's to say what's beautiful and what isn't?
Well,
I don't
look at
know.
everyone dyeing their hair silver now.
Yeah, and you know something? I mean, just touching on like plastic surgery, getting older, like, listen, there are some women that decide to do that. You do you, boo. Whatever you want to do, I support, okay? Whatever makes you feel good. But me personally, when I see a woman like Fran Drescher, for instance, who has not done a thing to her face, her body, aged gracefully, and she's still beautiful as fuck, that is so attractive to me.
Gracefully.
She has. She's always been beautiful. And she's been through a lot too. I was watching The Nanny yesterday and I think I wanted to look up like
she
a
had
certain
breast cancer, right?
This article said she had uterine cancer, but I thought that
Okay.
I thought that too. I thought that she
Maybe I'm
struggled with
thinking
breast
of
cancer.
Kate. Maybe I'm confusing it with Katie Seagal. I know Katie Seagal had breast cancer too.
Yeah, another one never did a thing to her face. I'm sorry, she's sexy. Peggy Bundy is sexy as fuck.
She was even sexy as Gemma.
Yeah,
She
that's
was a
what I
pain in the
mean.
ass.
As Gemma, I mean, I call her Peggy Bundy, but yes,
Yeah.
Katie was. She was hot as fuck.
She's
as
got a
Gemma.
beautiful voice too. You know, she sang half the songs for the Sons of Anarchy soundtrack, right?
No, I didn't know that. Ooh, very interesting. Now
She
I
has a
wanna dip
band.
back in.
She's got a band.
Oh, she's in a band.
She's in a band. It's called the Segalgalias.
The Gallias.
Segalgalias.
Segalias.
I hope we have an easy experience when we leave my house.
Why wouldn't we have an easy experience?
I've been having visitors every night.
Oh no. Are we gonna walk outside to a bunch of raccoons?
Quite possibly.
Great.
Possibly 3. There's baby Reggie, there's baby Albert, and there's Sir Jonathan II.
Okay. I was literally here 3 weeks ago. Where did Albert?
Albert looks like Reggie. He's the same size. Sir Jonathan is the little shrimp. He's like half the size of them, but he's a total dickhead. He's real nasty.
I would prefer if we didn't encounter any raccoons while we were leaving.
I hopefully will try to prevent that. If they're outside, when we walk outside, I will yell at them. And usually they run away. They listen to me, but
well, let's cross our fingers and pray. And that's that on update. This is update week. Next week we're going to legitimately cover H. We're finally going to get to it, guys. Can you guys guess who we're going to pick? I think you guys might already know hers, but definitely
that's probably why my eyes.
But
ran.
definitely not mine, because mine is kind of a new. Like I honestly didn't even know who the fuck they were until like last month.
Definitely not my pick.
What's that?
It's definitely not my pick.
What's not my what?
That's what you said. You're like, it's definitely not my pick.
I think. Wait, hold on. Now I have to. I don't know what I said.
You're like, oh, guess who? You're like, maybe you know what she's.
That's the way you wanted to hear it. What I was saying was, you guys probably know hers, but you definitely don't know my pick, because mine is like a band that I didn't even know existed until 30 days ago or so. Anyway,
that's us right now.
Thank you for joining us.
You just decided to end it.
Whoa. Sandworms.
When are we going to get a sandworm tattoo?
Yo, I don't know. When can we do that?
Soon we should.
I'm going to just get it on my neck. It's just swirling around my fucking neck. No, I would never.
Stop. Don't give me ideas.
I personally would not get a neck tattoo.
I really want one. I just don't know what I want. And I don't want to just get one and then be like, oh, I should have gotten this. I honestly wanted the hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil skulls. Like 1, 2, 3. But like,
I just feel like I work so hard to like not have like a double chin that I just want to accentuate and show off my neck right now. I wouldn't say no exactly to a neck tattoo, but I think I want to enjoy a bare neck for a while.
Just use the Snapchat filter. That's what I've been doing. I pretend that I have one and just use the Snapchat filter. 'Cause that's me.
Me right now. Me right now.
I'm sad because I told Beatrice to be in this episode. And he purred and like rubbed on me like he really wanted to be. But then he fell asleep. I wasn't going to be bothered.
What if we just like open the door? Would they come in? Would they come in to say bye?
Not if they're sleeping. Oh. Well, we tried to get B and Poopsie to come in here, but they were sleeping.
They were sleeping. They have to wait till next week to be the stars. We'll get them. And you know what? Even if we can't get them on here, they're sure to be on her stories. Alrighty.
It's my B.
Well, tune in for H next week.
Tune in. Stop watching cartoons.
I can't. I love cartoons. All right.
You can't love cartoons because he doesn't like cartoons.
Peter Steele. You're telling me that Peter still didn't watch not one damn cartoon his whole life? I don't think so.
What cartoon would he watch?
Fucking probably
Ninja Turtles.
You think Ninja Turtles? I think we might have a visitor. I'm not sure if you guys can hear that, but there's like a little beeping going on like in our
Watch,
in
they
our
don't hear
ears.
it, and we're just like, there's
Whatever.
a little beeping.
We heard a freaky sound. Scooby Dooby Doo, where are you? That's what he would fucking watch. Tell me he wouldn't watch
Damn.
Scooby Doo. Peter Steele.
Catoons. He probably watched like Danger Mouse or something.
He's just a fucking cinnamon Gale. All right, we love you guys. Tell us which
Sandwich.
cartoon you think that Peter Steele watched. Genuinely want to know.
Stay Gary,
Sarah
Gary.
Gary's.